citizens to hear. We are tired. It's not only us, the police. We want service our letter to the president, to the National Assembly president, to the House of Speaker, and even the NG himself. We want police to be exempted from contribute pension scheme. We want our police pension board to be established to manage police gratuity and pension. We want the president to invoke MPF pension license. They should stop managing funds for us. And army funds are not managed by a private company. We know MPF pension is a private company limited by shares, owned by all IGs. It was established by MD Abubakar. We are tired of that. They should stop using our money to fund their estates and their personal families. We are tired of that. MPF pension is a conduit for fraud. They should go over the lancet. Let police focus on their statutory duty of protecting life and property. They are not established to run business.
Thank you. I just want to say this.
Now let me finish, sir. We want the president and the IG to collaborate together to improve the life of our serving member, so that they will give us the best. Let them be re-established. Let them revive mechanic police, mechanic workshop, fuel dumps and stores all over the nation to improve service delivery. That is why policemen go to fuel vehicle for patrol vehicle, because IG money allocated to police in IG pocket. Let them release those funds so that police will stop changing police tires for vehicles, so that police will not using their money to do investigation, so that police vehicles should be serviced as are going due. I entered this police in 1982 when they are traveling to Abuja. They will give you a vehicle, you will not even buy fuel on the road. You will be moving from one fuel dump to another to fuel your car. And when you are on transfer, you will be paying convenience and traveling allowance to go and report the news station. Now the police hierarchy is eating the police money. And because of that, there is no adequate performance. Inefficiency have ruined the police, because police authority, they are so known for embezzlement. We are tired of such embezzlement. Let our department allowance be paid to us. Military all over the world, even in Nigeria, they are paying department allowance to military personnel for the services they have rendered, because they know that they have been trained in armament, they have been trained in intelligence and counter-intelligence, they have been trained in handling weapons. And so, if they know they are not well taken care of, they may use that against internal security, and it will not be for the interest of Nigeria. They should pay us our department allowance. They should stop deceiving us. The deception is too much. Why would police have three pension schemes? AIG and DIG have been exempted from from contribute pension scheme, but they carry police constable to commissioner to be tied there, to die on natural death, because they don't want us to survive. They cannot continue to be in enslavement. They also have development allowance.
Tell me, what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
Eliminate that. So we will stop chopping, we will stop eating pomo, so that they can use that to make our shoes and our belt. Kolu. Pensioners are crying. Police pensioners. It's sort of like a mixed feeling, isn't it? A mixed way of how you're going to see it. Like, police, should you feel sorry for them? They are older now, but when they say police protected you, you begin to feel like, protected who? Who? You want me to tell you my experience with the police? Everybody says that, my father, I have the best father. My father is the best father in the whole world. He's such a very wonderful father, and all of that. Because if everybody's papa and a wonderful father, who are these? Sorry, whose papa are these policemen that are threatening our life up and down, everywhere? I'll shoot you. Move. And all that. If everyone's papa are the best papa, I beg. Whose papa are these police officers where they take gun, pursue us when we did nothing in that contraption? People have asked. that. But come on, he made a lot of, very much relatable and valid points. He said, back in the days, the policemen didn't have to spend their own money on investigation. They didn't have to use their own money to fuel their vehicle. They had police, the police engineering department, workshops, and all of that deals with all these things. If policemen travels in police cars, right, they are given vouchers to refuel their cars along the way. They don't have to mount roadblocks and be collecting bribes, this and that, in the name of running their station. Do you know that's the excuse they give? The reason why they collect bribes on the road is because they needed money to run their stations. Of course, that's not the reason, but that is the excuse they give. So he made some points. So did Chiwore too, when he met somebody who is the PSO to the Igbetokun, the current illegal IG of Nigeria. You know Chiwore now. This happened. Oh, hang on. Actually, I'm showing you two clips, okay, that I combined. The first part is that of the police pensioners in Taraba, Jalingo. You know, Jalingo is the capital of Taraba. So Jalingo, they were there, staging a protest, mini protest of them also suffering the same thing, but they couldn't make it to Abuja. So they had to stage their own protest in Jalingo. Then back to Abuja, where Shore had an encounter with the supposed PSO. I can't remember the name. I think the personal security officer of the police side. Shore said, "You're supposed to be a police officer, right? Law enforcement officer. Why are you working for an illegal IG as his PSO?" The two incidents.
I'm here to fight.
I'm not like that with you. You know,
I know now. I didn't even know you have come to Abuja.
That is it. I'm the PSO to the IG now, and I chatted you. These things like this.
Why are you PSO to a person who is supposed to have retired?
Let me see. That is not what you're supposed to do.
You are doing illegal duty.
That is the person. Okay, forward it. Let's look for him.
Forward it to me and I'll forward it to you.
No problem. Actually, sweet me, you just like that.
You have to be a PSC to an IG that is legally not illegal.
You know, Shore, he will still say his own. So that was him there telling him that, why are you working for an illegal IG? That in itself is illegal. So that's not what you have to be saying now. So send me the picture. I'll go and look for the person. That must be one of those they have managed to kidnap during the protest and locked up. So to those of you who felt like, why would the police shoot at people when we are protesting to make sure that the police have the better welfare? They're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Their own colleagues, at least retired colleagues, today, they were being pushed about, beaten, rough-handed, right, in front of the police headquarters in Abuja. Their own fellow colleagues. So when some of them will be retiring themselves this year, others retire next year, others, like every year. So don't think they were programmed to hate you. They were programmed to hate themselves too. Self-sabotage. Police officer. And what about Kolu? Kolu left Abuja yesterday. That was after he came back from Kano, right, to see the Dan Tatars. So he left Abuja with a rat. So Bat and Rat left Abuja yesterday for Ikperu Remo. Abina election Remo. No, it's actually Ikperu. Is it Ikperu? Where did we have that airport though? They have a cargo airport that's a dubious Dapo. Like many of them, they have done the wrong way. So he can be landing his private jets. As the governor of the state and his friends, they can be landing their private jets in their own private airstrip. But they called it cargo airport. Okay? So that's where Kolu landed yesterday en route Ijebu to go and participate in the 8th day Fridau prayer for Awujale of Ijebu land. And of course, the Ganosis, the Islamic clerics, who are pretty much like, shamelessly. They were there with all of their sheet over their head. They were preaching because Awujale, the traditional ruler of Ijebu kingdom, died. And before he died, they managed to change the rules that says, he has to be buried by his, by his religious people, not by the traditionalists that made him king. So yesterday they were there, Ganusi, Awon Elebi, Awon Olorun. They were there, to bury somebody who spent over 60 years as a traditionalist. Awujale of Ijebu land. Nobody they tell me I did any. Awujale of Ijebu land every year must what? Not only after they get when the Alagemos are going, Awujale of Ijebu land. Anybody who is Awujale of Ijebu land, you must, after wearing that his crown, meeting with the Tami of Ijebu land, Olori Alagemo Gbogbo Ijebu. That day that the Agemos are going to Imoson, which is the year that we celebrate the Agemos in Ijebu, Awujale and Tami of Odogbolu, they will meet. They will kiss by lips. They will kiss themselves by lips. They say it's the tradition, ritual, whatever. I saw them did it. Not on once, not on twice, more than 3 occasions. So that person is now the Muslim that is going to, I don't know, Jannah or wherever. So they were there. Shameless mofos, right? They were there. Since the disgraceful Awujale himself ensured that happened. So Kolu was there, right? So Kolu leaving Abuja yesterday. And what he said when he got to Ijebu, I'll share with you on his trip here. So that was Kolu. Now, when he got to Ijebu, I hope they drove him past that, that Ijebu road. But they didn't show that because, if you go to Ijebu now, and I'm not even like exaggerating, including Ijebu, where Awujale himself lived until his death, you would think that they just finished a 40-year war around that side of Ogun State. I don't know other side yet, so I know they are all similar when you begin to go to Yewa, Abeokuta, and all those places, okay? But I'm from Ijebu, and I can tell you this. You see, the moment you get to Remo, and you get to Ijebu, when you begin to drive through those places, you will think people actually don't live there. That they probably just came out of war. Do you understand? Like, Maybe they just came out of war and they're just trying to rebuild their lives. Terrible roads, terrible government structures. Oh dear. You know. So I opted to call you, like drove him through what be that place? Iperu, then to Ikene, from Ikene to Odogbolu, from Odogbolu back to the motorway express, Shagamu Bini Expressway, and then drive straight into Osasa on the right after passing through the Okomayon. Did that Omi, yeah? After passing through the Okomayon, then you go straight to Osasa, turn right, enter Osasa, goes through the Osasa town, just like that. It's like U shape. You enter from here, and you go out from Ijebu Junction, Osasa. So once you come out of Ijebu Junction, you cross the motorway and then you go straight into Ijebu. They should not take him straight to the Awujale's palace, by the way. They should drive to the left. Once they enter Ijebu after that express, they should enter Adefison. From Adefison, they should go straight to Okeaje, all those areas, and then down to Awujale's place. I don't know. Just take him on a tour to drive around Ijebu and see the beautiful place that Awujale was a paramount ruler over for more than 60 years. 60 years. There are so many stories, but here is what Kalu had to tell them. Because Kalu himself was like, the last time he saw the Awujale, right? It was during their campaign. And he reminisced on what could have happened if he lost. Kalu.
Of our father, rest in.
Also, just look at his back. Those are the Ganusi, and Onijekuji, and Olorun Afa, claiming to be Muhammedans, those who are working for Muhammad in Ijebu, and Olorun. Watch them.
Of our father, rest in peace. May the blessing of Allah be on all of you. Today marks a very great day in the history of our nation, and particularly the history of our race, the Yoruba race. You can't find any further definition, further away of our culture. If you go further from Awujale, you will learn a lot. To me, standing before you today, I thank God Almighty that I stand before you as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our history would not have been completed carefully and richly if I had failed the last election. I was successful because of your support and the blessing of late Awujale. I came to him, he blessed me. And he said, you will win that election. Otunwole Ekansi. Go ahead. Today is no more. It's gone. God has blessed us. If listening to the richness of his wisdom expounded by Governor, His Excellency Dakmo, Governor of Ogun State, Oyinbo pọ̀. Well, I won't bring out his other title.